Hello, everyone. Atma Namaste. This is Luis again. My name is Luis Rivera. I am a certified Pranic Healer and Arhatic Yogi, and I've been in Pranic Healing since 2009. And where I learned about it because one of my family members, my mother, was diagnosed with cancer, and this was like our door into Pranic Healing and how energy healing works. So, in today's video, I'm creating a series of videos explaining my perspective on experiences that I've had healing other people. And the first one was cancer, a cancer patient, and this second one is about hypertension. I've had many uh, clients for hypertension in the past, and for some reason, I have to deal with this. It's all over my family, and there's something that I'm working with. Not that I have it, but I am working to avoid it, right? Because everybody has it around me, and I'm just trying to stay healthy, right? So making healthy decisions every day is very important. But I want to give you like the perspective on what actually happened with this one client of mine where was diagnosed with hypertension a long time ago, and she is now being lowered her medication to the point where she is barely taking any medication for the hypertension, and now she is extremely happy living a more fulfilling life and has more energy to do the things that she loves, and it is very powerful. So when we started this path or healing for hypertension, this person came to me because she was tired of like, all the meetings with the doctor where they say everything is improving, and then she goes back and things are all over the place. Her numbers were really high. We're talking about 180 over 100, which is very high for it's the age range anywhere from 50 to 65. It's very high, right? And this has a detrimental effect on many organs in the body, right? But what is the cause of hypertension and why is it such a problem, right? So, number one, we found that your diet has a lot to do with hypertension. I mean, we eat, if we don't control our eating, if we don't control what we eat, eventually our bodies get very congested with this different byproducts, right? So, the body is not able to function properly, and then our liver is starts getting like what they call like fatty liver. The blood can't be cleansed properly. Then you have problems with your. Some people have problems with their kidneys, which is that's tough, right? Having the your filtering system for your blood being hindered by this, and that's not good. Also, in the future, I've had other patients where the hypertension completely wild, uncontrolled, has taken a toll on their hearts. And we don't want to experience this. One of the stories of a close client that I work with started having heart problems, and doctors are continuously changing medications and trying different things, and nothing seems to work. And because of this change in medication and constant bombarding the system with all these chemicals, something unfortunate started happening, and it's like the bone in the teeth in the jaw started deteriorating a little bit. Teeth started falling off, right? And this is sad because we don't want to get to that point, right? And if we can make some life changes early, we can completely avoid the need to undergo something like this. But no matter what's going on, we can always do something about this, right? And we can always help to live a more fulfilling life, live a more harmonious and balanced life with energy healing. So this person, like I said, she's on her 60s, and received she's just tired of blood pressure not going down, and every year it seems to go a little bit higher, so they keep increasing the medication and nothing changes. And she came from her, which is beautiful. Every time I meet a person who is ready to make a change in their life and they're like give it all, they're ready to change. This is when real change happens. This is where magic happens, if you if you would, because really the only one that can make a long lasting manifestation on your reality is you. You know, people are talking, doing many things around you, but nobody can come and change things for you. You have to be open. You have to kind of like surrender. Okay, I'm done with this. I'm ready to move and sincerely take the step to achieve this. So this lady did. And then she started showing up for my meditations every week. And I'll see her every meditation. She's there. And then I also do these group healings where people can come, and you fill out a form before you come, and I'll do a healing session on the whole group. And she did a few of those, and she loved it. So she was like, I feel much lighter. I feel calm. She was able to sleep because with hypertension, some people have trouble with sleeping, and these are just like hypertension is just a symptom, like we've been saying, the symptom. But we need to find the cause, and the cause usually is energetic and, more importantly, psychological in nature. So, besides the diet, there's a psychological part that we need to take a look at. And for a lot of people, they live under a lot of stress, or they have lived really busy lives where they don't have time to calm down, to really focus on their life and focus on their diet, focus on the well-being, exercise, hydrate properly, and things like that. So we began doing healings about a year and a half ago, right? And she was completely open. I'm ready to do this. So on the first session, she had experienced some of the group healings, so she already know the drill. You know, she comes to the meditation and lay down, and she was already peaceful. You know, so she'll come and she was ready. I noticed that her chakras on the lower area were extremely, I mean, considerably bigger than the chakras on the upper area. And this could mean many things, right? But for understanding and just for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to go in detail into what that means, but there was a lot more congestion on her lower side, which was kind of like creating a lot of pressure. And her upper areas, she was complaining also about headaches. She was complaining about neck issues. And to what I could see, what I could tell from the scanning of her energy was that energy was not flowing properly all the way. It was being stuck on the lower portion of the body or lower portion of the back. And when this happens, there's no even flow of energy. So for us to be healthy, what is really needed is a constant flow of energy. Where energy flows freely, there's health. If energy starts moving in different ways and being all gathered up in certain areas or energy centers, we call chakras, they create this bulging energy packs, right? Like we call congested energy. So with pranic healing, we remove those blockages so that the energy can start flowing again. So for the first time, she was complaining about a little bit of headache every week, almost every day. She's experiencing this headache on the right side of her head and on the bottom side of her head. And she had a neck issue where it was painful sometimes. So I said, okay, let's start working and let's see what happens. So we did the first session. So on the first session, she again, I noticed a lot of congestion on their solar plexus, which is the area where a lot of lower emotions are held. Not necessarily negative. I know I talk about negative emotion, but lower emotions and things like when you feel uncomfortable or you feel worried, anxiety, grief, and hate, things like that. They are experienced on the solar plexus chakra mainly. So when I cleanse the solar plexus chakra using psychotherapy, I cleaned the solar plexus, and I could tell on the screen that she completely went, like she melted And I heard a sigh like, that's my cue. That's my cue. I know it's working. She's letting go. And this is a money, right? This is game for me because she is into it. She is willing to let go. And I could see that she's into it. So as I move forward, I started cleaning her body. I cleanse all the chakras. I balance everything, make sure that the chakras were all even from the top down, and gave some more energy to the head area because it was weak. So a lot of the lower energy in our bodies has to go up the spine into our brains. This is what gives us the capability of using our brain functions properly. Our brains needs energy and this fuel to for us to be able to think, to recall memories, for the our endocrine system even to be balanced. There's we need energy in our head area, and a lot of this energy comes from above, right, from our crown. But the body is such a beautiful, perfect thing. It uses different types of energy for maintaining the different functions of the body. And for the brain and the nervous system, there is this physicalized or like this energy that needs to be pushed through the spine upwards, and it really nourishes the brain cells, and it really gives you brilliance and clarity to be able to deal with whatever is going on in your life. After doing the session, one, she opened up her eyes. She told me, I am not I don't feel any pressure, any pain, because before she was experiencing some neck pain and pressure on her left side on the cervical vertebrae, and that was gone. And the session was like 45 minutes long, clean, 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 and she was experiencing improvement. So she's very receptive, I thought, right? And that was it for the first session. She was slept beautifully, and then 3 days later we met again, and she was complaining about the same things. So it was like we had the session, everything was perfect for a day, and then or two, and then for the third day she was back at that. So we repeated the session then. And what we found was like every time we would do the session, she'll feel some improvement towards where she wanted to be, to the peace and the calmness, and her blood pressure, she could see it lowering after the sessions. And for those who don't know about pranic healing is a no touch energy healing modality that uses a cookbook approach to healing, right? So anybody with two hands and an intention, they can go and I mean, you don't even need to have. It's just pure intention. You can go and heal just following instructions. If you can follow instructions clearly, you can do a pranic healing session. And Master Choco Sui put everything very clearly, and there's specific areas that you need to clean in order because it's been tested over and over again and confirmed and verified by Master Cho had like three different clairvoyants who didn't know they were doing it at the same time. They were all independent, and he would have them look at what was going on when Master Cho was doing the healing protocol, and all of them had similar results. So this is why pranic healing has been vetted by a lot of energy healers because it is a very systematic, scientific approach to what otherwise would be just an art, right? An ancient art of healing. Now we call it modern, ancient, and science of pranic healing. Okay, so after a few healing sessions, she started feeling more that she could last more. One time we stopped healing for like a month because she was traveling and things didn't work right. And she told me that she was able to maintain that peace throughout the whole month. And when she felt overwhelmed by something, it was easy for her to come back to her peace. Somehow, she had found within herself the key to retract and connect again to her true self and not let herself go, which before was a problem. A lot of emotion, anger, you start arguing with someone and the energy starts going up and you lose control sometimes. Having the ability to be tempered, in your own being is very powerful. And this is another benefit that receiving energy healing does to a person on a psychological on a regular day. You can see these benefits too. And eventually, after a year and 2 months of energy healings, her medications were lowered. She's still under medication because she has to make some other changes on her life, but the her blood pressure definitely went down almost 15 to 20 points permanently. Like, it doesn't go back up. Now she's able to manage it even better, and she still comes to our meditations. She's still dealing with and she books me for sessions every once in a while. So it is very powerful. Some things and some patients I've had in the past, they come and with 4 or 5 sessions they're good. Like, they don't have to come back. They really overcome the conditions. But we have seen that the average situation is not that, that we for us to manifest these things in our lives, it took a lot of things to be able to experience these conditions in our lives. It takes some effort, for us to lower that back down, but nonetheless it is very holistic approach to it, permanent, and it is much more fulfilling. Because one thing that also I've seen is, like, people come for hypertension, or people come for cancer, people come for headaches or back pain, and they end up leaving with, being filled, and they swear that they came for something and they left with something much more valuable to them, like better peace, better communication with their family members. People come for different situations, and they leave with other benefits that are more valuable to them and they didn't even know. And that is because the energy touches every single area of life. And if we can tap into that, if we can open ourselves up to let go, we are healed in many levels. Many things happen. And then these things eventually trigger the cause of the condition that we're experiencing to be resolved. And that's our goal, right? Eventually open ourselves up so that we can understand better and we can really move away from living that program or that personality that we are creating these conditions in our lives. Okay. So thank you everyone for watching. Again, my name is Luis Rivera and I'll talk to you soon. Stay tuned for more. Bye bye.